Okay, I did something today. Hang on, I gotta mute you guys. Mute. Let's see. Why are we not muting? Should have done this before I started recording. Mute all. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen because I have been working on you know what? I'm just going to drop it in the thing afterwards. I've been working on a simple way to duplicate, a simple way to explain to somebody how to come in and make quadruple their investment with the complete wellness pack. And actually, I am going to share my screen. I'm still working on coloring, like the colors and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to do it tan. Y'all can give me your opinion because the colors are the last thing in the world that I'm worried about because I can change it to anything. But let me share my screen. I think we always try to make things way too hard. And if we can simplify it to where a kindergartner can understand, and I didn't stick figures, y'all. So hang on. So if we go to, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to go to step one. So let me see where step one is. So again, I think I'm going to do it the tan, but here we go. Step one, you purchase the complete launch pack and get your business started free. Apply the $10 off code and use Klarna, and all it's going to cost is $135 out of pocket today. But you explain to them they get to start their business today. They get 4 people started with the complete launch pack, $135 out of pocket. They are going to get the cost of their products reimbursed immediately, $560. They spend $500 because it's $510 minus the $10. They're going to spend $500. They're going to earn $560. They take that money, they pay off Klarna. They still have $60 to the good. Okay. So then we go to step 2. You get one more person with a complete launch pack, and you have earned $1,020. You have doubled your investment with just one more person. Y'all see how that works? So you get 4 people, you're going to get the $200 quick start, and you'll earn $360 in commissions. Then you get one more person, and you're going to get the $400 X5 bonus, and you're going to get $60 more in commission, which is $1,020. Is everybody with me so far? Stop me if you need to stop me. And again, all 5 of these people can get started with $135 out of pocket with Klarna. And of course, you can tell them you can get your money back with just 4 people. You can double your investment with just 5 people. But then what if we take it to one more thing? Hang on. Right. Let's go over here. Hang on. Okay. Get one more person started, and you get a $200 bonus, $40 global bonus, $60 more in commissions, and you have just hit the first rank of manager, and you've almost tripled your investment, $1,320, and you've unlocked the global bonus pool. Okay. And then you take it one step further, and you help 2 people duplicate this. Help 2 people get their 6 people, and you have just quadrupled your investment. You've earned $2,315. You're qualified for the Sundance trip, first month of Sundance trip, and all you have spent out of pocket is $135, and you got that back with your first 4 people. Okay, so I'm going to stop my sharing right here, and I want to go back, and I want to ask all of you in the comments, does that seem simple? Like when you look at it like that, and you look at it with like the little stick people that you can mark off as you get done, does that seem simple? Like to explain to someone? Does it seem like, look, you're going to spend $135, but I'm going to put $2,300 in your pocket if you just do these few things. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing I think we're missing. This is the step of helping somebody. I mean, Who does not need an extra $2,000 right here after spending money on school supplies, after spending money on summer vacation, after spending money on whatever they did this summer? You know, if it's our age people, grandkids, you know, all the things. What, who doesn't need an extra 2 grand? You know what I mean? And you've got the answer to this. So, are we just talking about products, or are we talking about a way to earn a lot of money by just helping a few people? That's the simplest way. There's 3 different paths. You can, you know, you can take that last step after you get to manager, and you can either get like 10 more people yourself. You can help 3 people get their X5, or you can do the easy way and just help 2 people get to manager. So you've signed up 6, right? You've signed up 6 people, or your person has signed up 6 people to get to manager and get that and triple their investment. And all they have to do out of those 6 is just help 2. What if they helped all 6? I mean, my goodness. Let's just think about that. Crazy. You know what I mean? So there you go. I'm trying to find a simple path to help people help you, because everybody wants to go Sundance, right? Everybody wants to earn that trip. So we've got to figure out a simple way in order to earn that trip. So you help 2 people do that, just that whole thing, and you're going to Sundance. I mean, you've just done it. Not only have you done it, you're at Gold Manager. You help 2 people follow those 4 steps, and you're at Gold Manager. Isn't that crazy to think about? So that's not even what I wanted to train on tonight, but I've been working on that all day. And I'm really, really excited about it, because I think we try to make it too hard. I think we try to make it I think we try to make all of it too hard, every bit of it too hard. And in our heads, it's all jumbled, and we don't know what to say. We don't know how to help someone. We don't know, what to, how to help them. If they get that complete wellness pack, that complete launch pack, that has got everything, all the products in it that they could possibly need. And it's still got the 45-day guarantee. So if they don't make their money back in 45 days, or if they don't like the products or anything about them, they send it all back and get their money back, and no harm, no foul. We go to the next person. You know what I mean? But what if they do? What if you coach them and they make a lot of money? Okay, so let me get to what I'm actually going to train on tonight. Okay, get to my notes real quick. Let's see where my notes are. Okay, I want all of you to type one word in the chat, how you feel about your business right this second. Do not type the word fine, because fine is what we use when our spouse asks how we are and we don't really want to talk about it. So don't say fine. Put in the comments how you feel your business is right now. So we got mediocre. I need some answers. Slow. Meh. Surprised. I love that one. Vicky says dead. Nancy says yuck. And I would say my word is on taking a break for a second. So we ended the month last month like crazy good, but we're halfway through the month, and I know this is everybody on our team, we're not halfway to our goals. And I am not here to shame anybody or wag any kind of finger at anybody. This is a pivot talk, because right now we're at a fork in the road. Fork number 1 is you keep coasting, you keep telling yourself there's time, and then what happens at the end of the month? We end up in full-blown panic mode, and we start doing things in an emergent type situation. Fork number 2 is to take an honest look at where you are right now, decide that it's not where you want it to end, and then pivot like a boss. And yes, I said pivot like a boss. Y'all know my favorite episode of Friends is when Ross is on that staircase screaming, pivot, pivot. And the, you got to think of the couch as your business, and you can actually turn it around without dropping your business on somebody's foot. The middle of the month, like where we're at right now, is sneaky because we had such motivation going from July into August, and we kind of had a rollover. You were still on your game, you were still posting, but we're 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks in, and suddenly, you're organizing your sock drawer and you're watching TikToks of people making pasta and telling yourself, I'm going to just do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. But the middle is where the momentum goes to die if you let it. And we're not going to do that. We're not going to scramble at the end of the month. We're going to pivot right now so that the end of the month feels like a victory and not desperation. So we can't look as a pivot we can't look at a pivot as a panic, because a pivot is leadership. It's saying, I am not where I want to be right now, but I know exactly where I'm headed, and I'm willing to change how I'm going to get there. And here's the thing about belief. If you believe that you can pivot and still hit it, you will. If you believe it's over, well, it is. Y'all know one of my favorite saying is, if you think you can't, if you think you can't, you're right. So if you believe that you can do it, then you're going to. If you believe you can't, then you're not. So go ahead and get that stinking thinking out of your head and believe that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Believe that you can hit the goal that you've set for yourself. And the story that you tell yourself right now will either be the one that powers you through or the one that makes you check out. So y'all know, like, there has been times when we have made a massive turnaround, and we're at mid-month, we make this massive turnaround, and you laundry gets piled up, my hair wasn't even washed, and you grab a spoonful of peanut butter for dinner. But it works. It's not glamorous, but if you decide that you're going to do it, you do it. And that's the belief that you can have right now. So I want you to type yes if you can believe that you can still make this month a win and hit your goals. So yes, 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 yes. But I want to get real with you. Okay. We got to have a self-audit situation right now. Okay. I want you to ask yourself these questions. Have I truly been consistent with income producing activities, or am I dabbling? Am I creating more conversations, or just making content that doesn't go anywhere? Have I followed up with every person I've talked to this month or last month that did not order? Am I talking about our promos daily with people? Have I written my goals down and posted them? Because you got to know where you're going if you plan on getting there. And there's only 2 people on our whole team that have written their goals down. So you got to know that you're going to get there. So that's one thing I want tonight. When you guys finish, I want you to go post your goals, because that goal post has been up since the first of the month. So I want you to post your goals. And some of you know exactly why you're not halfway to your goals. It's not because you can't do it. It's because you've been busy being busy. You've been doing stuff that's more easy and not the needle moving stuff. So let's talk about the gasoline that we have for the fire right now. And we got some good promos, and they're not meh promos, Nancy, meh. These are the kind that make people say, wait, what? Because they have given us that passport fast track. That is the lowest qualification to earn a free trip in the entire network marketing industry. All of network marketing, we have the lowest qualification volume to earn a trip. All expenses paid for 2 to Sundance, Utah. And are you talking about it? I mean, who on here first? Who on here is committed to earning that trip? I want you to just drop the word trip in the comments. And how many people do you think you know that would love to earn a trip like that, to take their spouse to, like in this magical cabin that's got all these amazing mountains and all these fun things to do. And if you're not talking about it every single day, why? Because you're missing the people who want that life of adventure, but has no clue that it's even possible because you're not talking about it. So put that on your list. Every single day, I'm going to talk about this trip. I'm going to talk about we've got the qualification, um, lowest qualification for earning a trip in the entire industry. And tell people you're going to help them earn it, because guess what? Now we've got a roadmap on how to earn it, right? The second thing is those Adidas Sambas, those shoes. Have you got like a tracker up to where you've got where you can check them off? One of the girls had said put sticky notes, like sticky notes, and put 119 on 15 sticky notes. And every single time someone does a $199 order, you take off a sticky note. And when all 15 are gone, guess what? You've got it. So, Lord, are you talking about that? Are you telling other people that they can earn those? Are you talking about $199 orders will get you free shipping, will get you a brand partner link. 219 will get you the free Accelerate. People love free. So that's an easy way to add on to something that people's already wanting to buy. So if they're wanting to buy like 2 products, tell them, hey, 1 or 2 more, and you're going to get all this. But you got to let them know. Go through your subscriptions because your own customer orders count as well. And then you've got to track it. If you don't track it, then it's not going to happen. I've got my board up. I've got my own Samba 15 down there. So let's think of a plan of how to pivot. So first, you've got to recommit to the goal. You've got to go write it down. That's number one thing. When we get off here, I want all of you to go and post your goals. Tell it to your upline, make it visible. So tell your coach what your goals are. Let them help you get there. Make it visible. Make sure you're talking to your upline at least 2 to 3 times a week. At least 2 to 3 times a week. Some of you on here I talk to every single day. Some of you I have not talked to all month about your singular goals. So make sure you are getting in touch with your upline and talking. Increase your activity by 50%. You can't coast into a comeback. So if what you're doing right now hasn't worked the first half of the month, increase your activity by 50% to make sure the second half of the month is coming back with fire. And then create that urgency. People need to know that there's a deadline. They need to get to their quick start by this date. They need to get to their X5 by the end of the month. They need to, and urgency doesn't have to mean pushy. It just means that you care enough to help someone decide while that the money's on the table. We don't want to leave any money on the table that Zingular's going to give us, right? And then you've got to do a deep dive into your mindset and into your belief. And this is where we not just check our head, but we also check our heart. You can have the best promos, the best products, the best comp plan, but if you don't believe that you can win, you won't. Belief isn't about pretending it's easy. It's about knowing it's worth it. And here's the wild thing. The people who win in this business are not always the most experienced or the most connected. They're the ones who decided to keep moving when other people stopped. And a lot of you on here did that. But you've got to keep going. You got to find that belief in you again. And I've been in this long enough to see people turn around an entire month in 5 days. I mean, I've seen it. We have done it. We have done some crazy things. I remember when I had hit director for the first time. That's 20,000 in volume. It had taken 27 days to get 20,000 points for our team. Well, we still had 3 days left. And I'm like, well, you know what? We on a roll now. Why stop? And y'all, in 3 days, we hit another 10,000 in volume and double ranked that month to silver. So when you've got that momentum going and when you start firing up your team and when you start finding people to come in and start building with you, that momentum just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So what took you 27 days, you can do it. You can do it in 5. I mean, when you keep going and keep pushing, it's crazy. So I want you to close your eyes for a minute, and I want you to picture that it's the last day of the month. Your phone dings with the notification that you've done it. You've hit the goal. You have qualified for the Sundance trip. You've earned those Adidas shoes. You've you've got the big paycheck. And you've got to feel that pride and that joy. That is what's waiting for you if you start. You've got to picture the other side, you know? You've got to picture what's waiting for you when you go over that mountain, when you go through this valley, what's waiting at the top of that mountain. But it can also be opposite. It's the last day of the month and you know you could have done more. And you have to watch everybody else go to Sundance while you're sitting here knowing that you just coasted. The only way to avoid it is to choose your actions now. Half of the month is gone, but half of the month is still here. These next 2.5 weeks are your chance to show yourself what you're made of. So I want you to finish the story the way we want it told, with victory, with momentum, and with proof that when we pivot, we win. So if you're committed to pivoting and running, I want you to type, I'm going to finish strong in the chat. And you have to have 8 new customers to get the Adidas. The rest of them can be reorders. Finishing strong. Finishing strong. So that's what I got for you tonight. I want everybody to finish strong. I am so excited about this team. I'm so excited about where we're at. I'm so excited about where we're going. I'm so excited about the new quick start earners, Robbie, on this team, and the new managers in training, Athena and Robbie, and for the ones that are going to help others, because that's how we rise. We rise by helping others get what they want and get to their goals. That's how we do it. And I know a lot of you have got some people that need you and need what we have and need this extra income. So that's what we need to go and look for. We need to go look for the people who are just waiting for an opportunity that is right there in your hands. So who's got anything? Anybody got anything tonight? And I'm going to tell you something too. Like those in-person meetings, those are powerful. So y'all, I would say plan one in the next 2 weeks. And Veronica, if you want to have one here, we can have one here. So I know you're close. Vicki, Rome's a great place for sure. Nancy, you can kill it in Savannah. There's a lot of people down there. Kendra, Woodstock's a great place. Karen, you can have one at your house and get Athena and Robbie, because Athena didn't get to come to the last one.
Mm-mm.
So we could have a lot of meetings. We could change our lives before the 31st of August. But we can't just keep doing what we've been doing. We're gonna have to put on our granny panties, and we're gonna have to go.
Can I share with something?
Yes.
Okay. So I told you today about the conversation I had with my neighbor next door, and she came and she was all excited. Well, I was like, okay, do I leave it alone or what do I do? Nope. I followed up. And she came back and she was like, hey, girl, she said, I've been in a bachelorette trip all weekend. She said, I'm going to look it over this information tonight and get back with you. But if I would not have followed up, guess what? I wouldn't have known.
Okay, so can I call you out?
Yeah, you can call me out.
So Karen calls me today. She's like, she's ghosting me. She doesn't want it. She's so excited something happened. She talked to her husband. Her husband told her no. I mean, she went through all these negative scenarios. And I said, she said, what should I do? I said, go to her house and knock on her door and say, hey, you going to order?
No, I did not do that.
No,
However, my next step was going to be to go outside when I saw her car drive up. Yes.
We sabotage ourselves so much. I mean, it was none of those things. It was just something simple. But we sabotage. We tell ourselves so many lies. Like we for some reason we just think of the worst scenarios ever. We do that to ourselves, and we're just like, oh, I didn't do something right, or it wasn't me, or no. And you know what? If they say if they do ghost you for real, you know what? They're still watching you. And
Yeah.
your job is not, I mean, all your job is to give them the information. You've got to disconnect yourself from the answer. You've got to disconnect yourself from the ghosting, from the no, because it is nothing personal. And that's the I tell people is like, if you had the greatest steak in the world and you called up somebody and said, oh my gosh, that we went to the steakhouse in Rockmart and it was the greatest steak I've ever had. Oh my gosh, you've got to go. Are you going to be like ticked off if they don't go? Do you care? Are you going to not tell them because, oh my gosh, maybe they're not going to go? You don't care. You're excited about what you have. You've got something that can change somebody's life. So tell them. Whatever they do with that is their business. It's not your business. If they buy or not, that's not your business. Your business is to tell them. Your business is to be excited. Your business is to give them all the reasons why they should join you, why they should jump in on this opportunity. That's all you can do. And then if they show any interest, you follow up and then you follow up and then you follow up and you follow up. I follow up with people until they buy or until they die. Even if it takes someone 10 years to jump in with me, 10 years. Because I'm just saying, I mean, and for that example, Karen, if I had quit posting, if I had not, kept doing the things that I'm doing, where would Athena be? Where would Robbie be? Where would Lori be? They wouldn't have had the opportunity because I failed. So you've got to keep doing your things. You've got to keep showing your doors open. You've got to keep posting. You've got to keep talking about it. You've got to keep being excited about it. And then when someone's ready, that's their time. But you don't care. What do you say, Kendra? You're not trying to bug them. You're trying to what?
We're not trying to bug you. We're trying to bless you.
That's right. She said that, oh gosh, it had to have been in 2017 or 2018.
It was 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah.
It was a long time ago, and it has stuck with me. When she said that one statement has stuck with me this whole time. I'm not trying
I have to revisit it.
Bless you. So if you follow up with them 100 times, you're not trying to bug them. You are trying to bless them with something that's going to give them more years in their life, give them more life in their years, give them a better financial future, give them something that's going to take them to all of their dreams. That's what you're trying to do. I mean, nobody's going to get mad at you for that. So go out, pivot. Let's change what we're doing this month, and let's kill it these last almost 3 weeks. We've almost got 3 weeks left, 2.5 weeks. So let's go out there and let's make some magic happen. Let's bless some people, a bunch of people. Let's set up some in-person meetings and do it scared. I know that I can see Nancy Trainer about to pass out. Do it scared. And I'm going to tell you guys too, my very first meeting that I did, it was back, like I was a manager rank. I did it all by myself. I don't know how many people. We had a ton of people there. I used index cards. Y'all, I told y'all that I was terrified to speak. I used index cards. I almost threw up, and I had other people there, thank goodness, to help me, but I was terrified, and I used index cards, and I sat there and I said, the Global Blend is a 22 superfruit juice that is going to help with inflammation. Y'all wouldn't believe how many things I sold that night. I'm not even kidding. It's just about getting in front of them. But then when I told my story, that's when I was like, look at me bend over. Look at me jump. Look at me squat down. That's the kind of thing. I was excited about it. So, but I promise you, when I was going, we used to go through every product, but we didn't have nearly as many as we did. But I was doing like the Axion is a multi-nutrient. Reading off my cards, it was pitiful. But and every single time that I did it, I got better and better and better. But in-person meetings, I want to tell you, that's where it's at. That's where you can people can see your excitement. They can taste your products. They can, right, Robbie? What happens at in-person meetings? You meet people and they tell you you can do things. And she's not even listening to me. That's when Robbie decided to be a partner, is at the in-person meeting at Karen's house. So, all right, I'm going to get off here and let y'all go. I love y'all so much. I will declare Ephesians 3:20 over all of you. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. You are in the right place at the right time, and I declare a boldness to rise up in you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out, and we are going to rise in the rank and help other people rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and glory for it. Love you guys.